and this is the news from South Tyneside Studios.
Good morning, I'm Luke Wilson. I'm here to bring you the latest going on in the local area.
Good morning, I'm Shakira Howe and I'm going to start off with the straightforward stuff. June started off with fine sunny days before succumbing to wind and showers. We're hoping that the outlook for the next 6 weeks is filled with days full of rest, fun and laughter. No early morning mama dads, your children want to lie in.
This term started off well. The children all flung themselves into their work and trying their best. On sports day, the children had a fun day and the sun was shining.
The summer fair was also a great success and the PTA secured a whopping £1,500 for the school funds. Well done to all involved.
And now for the main news. People have been going missing from St Joseph's Catholic Primary School. Mrs Toward went home at the end of the half term and hasn't been heard of since. Rumour has it that 2 more staff members are about to disappear too. We suspect by the end of the day as well as the 2 members of the PTA.
Right, hang on a minute, that's not the main story. People come and go all the time. The real news is that items have been going missing from the school.
What do you mean things be going missing from school?
Oh, you know, very important things like pencils, paper clips, remote controls and whiteboard pens.
Things have become so serious that we have sent 3 of our best reporters to the school to try to get the bottom of this crime wave that is St Joseph's.
Over to you, Ariana, at school.
Hello everyone, I'm Ariana Batiste and I'm here at St Joseph's to talk to the staff about the state of the pews I hang out at the school this term. With me are Mr. Cigar and Mrs. Rambert. Good morning to you both and how are you feeling this morning?
Well, I just don't know where to start. I felt fine when I got this morning, but they didn't have my favourite tea in the office, so I'm not feeling my best.
That's not quite right, I meant Mrs. Rambert. I meant how are you feeling about all the things coming from the school?
Well, I just don't know what you mean then. We don't have anything in reception that doesn't belong to us.
Are you feeling okay, Mrs. Rambert? You're looking a little bit flushed. Do you know the magic chair? Don't you know a towel?
Mrs. Rummer is our English lead, and she does tend to be a little dramatic. Now, come on, Mrs. Rummer, it's not that bad. Oh.
Wait till I explain the audience, Mr. Cigar.
I really should get some help from Mrs. Rummer. She really doesn't look well. You should speak to Mrs. Floyd, the office manager. What she doesn't know is not worth knowing.
You found with some of our St. Joseph staff.
Hi, I'm Fam Sander here, and I'm at the head of the school, the office, to see if I can get some answers out of Miss Floyd.
Did someone drop her first aid? And where's Lambert and Miss Rambert? Have you been running around? Have you had a drink? Did you eat all your breakfast? If you feel sick, you know where to go. And if you are sick, I need to say, Miss Floyd, can you send a message home?
Okay, come on, Mrs. Rummer, it's not that bad. The report only asked you one question. Let's get back to class and we'll see how you are at lunchtime.
There's no blood, is there? It's just Mrs. Rambert having a funny turn. Calm down and put the kettle on. I didn't hear Mrs. Cigar ring as well, but I'm sure you'd come with those reporters being here.
Oh, hello there. I'm Miss Floyd. How can I be of assistance to you?
A little birdie tells me that what you don't know about this school is not worth knowing. Is that true?
I don't know about that. I just try my best. I come in every day and just quietly get on with my job. I don't try to chat or put the kettle on.
Sandy, is the kettle on yet? I'm ready for a fifth couple of days.
I was wondering if you could tell all of our viewers, all 22 of them, what things have been going missing.
I don't know anything about any missing items.
What about the stash of pencils and the whiteboard pens?
Miss Queen, will you, Miss Roma, please turn to Miss Rambert and leave me to show I read about this lovely reporter. Listen here, young man. I don't know what you've been told about the dues and trust, but it's all untrue. I would never stash pencils or give anything extra to anybody. Do you know how long it takes to get a purchase order authorised?
With the school librarian, Mrs. Bevan, the football legend, Miss Shaw.
Who are you? Hang on a minute until I find me glasses. Mrs. Yaw, what's my password? I don't know what I'm doing today. I haven't had a cup of tea yet, you know.
Sit down, Mrs. Spearon. I know you have forgotten your password, but I've told you. I've saved it on the computer for you, the same as I did for Miss Rambert.
Ladies, please, we need to concentrate. I need to ask you anything about the mystery.
I don't know anything about missing items. We don't know anything, don't we not, Mrs. Yar?
That's right, we don't know anything about paint, paper, crepe paper, or sparkly things.
Now, books. I can tell you about missing books. Children borrow them and forget to bring them back. Isn't that right, Mrs. Yar?
Now, Mrs. Spearon. Term doesn't end until 1 o'clock. The children have until then to return them.
I'm sure they will return them, ladies, but let's get back to some items. You do realise that the story has been seen on news channels?
I'm on the telly, if I don't know if I've had my hair done.
forecast before we return to the train going on at St Joseph's Catholic Primary School. After all the fine weather we have had recently, I'm afraid to say that the forecast in the short term is pretty bleak. There'll be a lot of rain in the hole, mainly coming from the eyes of those he has present today. Don't worry though, there's no need for umbrellas as we are prepared. Mrs. Arthur has boxes of tissues at the ready. Watch out for the downpour in the next half an hour. If there is one, we will want to know why.
Welcome back to St Joseph's, everyone. It's me, Harry Styles, and I'm reporting from the staff room. I'm here with Mrs Snurb. Hello. Miss Rumor, Miss Thun, and Miss Ziond. Ladies, I'm wondering if you could tell our fabulous viewers about the missing items in your school.
We all know that colour card is like gold dust. If you're lucky you have any, not that we have any in reception. I've heard that we can swap over felt pens.
What are you three talking about? You never told me there was a slightest chance of getting felt pens.
That's because the only thing you have to bargain with are bagels.
That's not true. Sometimes croissants or even burnt bagels.
Ladies, are you suggesting that things are not really going missing? Are you saying they're being hidden to be used as bargaining tools to get what you want? Have you been taking lessons from the children?
Not at all. Things are really going missing. I've seen it with my own eyes. Well, sort of. One night I packed up my staplers on the desk and it has my name on, and whoosh, the next morning there it was, gone. No note to say that had been borrowed, it was just gone. I love that stapler.
Not mentioning names. I heard that someone has at least 3 in a jar, could even be 5.
Does this happen a lot?
Again, not mentioning anything. I have it on good authority that early years have a cupboard full of paper and card. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
I never have enough white card, never mind colour card. I know where I'll be during the summer. Does anyone know when the school is open?
But please, can you concentrate and tell us what items, if any, have actually gone missing?
If I were you, I'd talk to Key Stage 1, Mrs Yesta, Mrs Norjad, Miss Tolliet, Miss Minkillen and Mrs Hardaver.
As our reporters do their best to get the bottom of top veneer of St Joseph, we'll take a small break.
I'm in Key Stage 1 and I couldn't help but notice that on my way up here that there's a rather large storage cupboard that could store things in.
I think you'll find there's one of them in every Key Stage.
I hope this won't take very long. I'm on my own and I'm up to here. I wish I was a bit taller.
We've been told that you're the least to talk to if you want to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I don't know why I've been told to come here. We don't know anything. We come in, do the jobs and go home. I think you've been misled.
But what about the remote controls? Everyone knows remotes went missing and we all knew who had them. Someone has a habit of putting things down or putting them in a bag and then forgetting about them.
And don't mention the maths answer books. You know as well as I do that somebody's responsible for that.
Are you saying that one person in this school is responsible for everything that goes missing?
Well, we're not saying that. It's just one of us can be a little forgetful at times. And it's not Mrs. Spearin.
Sorry to interrupt this broadcast, but we have some breaking news.
Oh no, not the old word!
We've just been told that this has taken far too long to solve, so the Bishop Chadwick Catholic Education Trust, known as BCC-ET, has decided to take over the investigation.
Security in this school's always been watertight. Then this lot come along and suddenly they're leaking like a colander.
What do you mean, Chief Inspector?
Sit down, fella! You don't fool me, Mrs. Agnevac. I didn't float up the tide in the bubble. You know as well as I do the legs are the missing items.
Yes, Mrs. Hagnevac, and you as well, Mrs. Hanwell. We'd like you to take us to see your cupboards.
You can't. We've lost the key. One of the children must have put them in the bin. And we can't blame Mrs. Tower this time. Maybe she's left us.
Yes, but she really did put the storage cupboard in the bin.
Now the only thing we're interested in is finding the missing supplies. Do you know how much a ream of paper costs and glitter and sparkles? Now hand over the key.
Well, I would just like to say, if you find anything in there, it must have been planted by Key Stage 2.
None of our staff would have planted evidence. They know where to throw the book at them, followed by the bookshelf.
Now where's Mrs. Combs and Mrs. McKincrum?
We didn't know anything day heard her. Remember it was my remote that went missing, and I haven't been here long enough to find out where to hide things.
Yes, that's right, dear Arthur. We can never find anything after certain people have been in our classrooms and don't mention the register.
So I'll say what that reporter said. Are you telling me that just one person out of this whole school is responsible for every disappearance?
See, I told you I was innocent.
Well, she's most of the time.
Okay, fellas, I think my job's almost done here. We just need to ask the audience who they think the real culprit is.
Do you think it's Mrs. Hagnevac?
Could it be Mrs. Hardiver?
Or Mrs. Floyd? Okay, everyone, we've just had a lead piece of evidence submitted.
And there can be no further doubt.
They've actually been caught holding one of the most valuable items in the school.
No more noodles for a coffee mug. That's undeniable. Mrs. Hardiver's the mastermind behind all the missing items at St. Joseph's.
Wasn't me, I was doing me planning.
Brings us to the conclusion of today's broadcast. If only the couple had owned up in the first place, all the children of St. Joseph know to best be honest up front. If they had been, the trust wouldn't have had to call DC squared.
Mr. Scott, can I please come back in September?
our final performance with us. We would like to particularly thank the wonderful staff for being such good sports, and Mrs. Fedora, Year 5 will be keeping a close eye on you next year.
And I would like to leave you with this, otherwise Mr. Charlton would never forgive us.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Through the for your dreams be tossed and walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never with hope in your heart, and you'll never
Well, I'm a mess. I think not me now. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the first time that, since I've been the head teacher, that I've not taught the class. That makes me feel really old. I usually taught in year 2 or year 1 as year 6. But you know what, year 6? I actually feel I have, and I wish I had. I actually wish I'd taught you as at this class, because you're just absolutely amazing. You really are. Just a wonderful group of children, and you personify out in God's love with you. You really do. Absolutely amazing bunch. All the way through. The learning has been absolutely phenomenal, and I know we always say at the end of the year it's really important that we do the stats and they get the results and they do all that. And, we want you to do well, but what's more important is actually the people that you are. You're actually just a wonderful bunch of human beings. We always want our children to leave our school and go into secondary school as just well-rounded individuals, and every single one of you are. There's not one I'm thinking, oh my goodness me, somebody who's in Georgia for a couple of years' time said, why do you pass that one up to us? I know that I'm going to go into St. Joseph's and St. Anthony's, and they're going to say, wow, yet again, St. Joseph's has passed on some amazing children. So, we're going to talk about you a little bit more when these lot are gone. Alright, we're going to give you your little moment with your parents. Alright, and you know what's coming? Oh, yes, you know what's coming. Alright, so we'll have a look at that in a minute, okay? What's coming, Dylan? Do you not know? But, like I said, we've got a little bit of surprise for you later. We've got a few more things to say as well. First of all, Mr. Pearson, thank you so much for all of your hard work. You doing this with the lights, with the sound, not just for the reception graduation yesterday as well. And we've got a little thank you, that's quite a big thank you actually. There you go. For Mr. Pearson, can we say thank you? That's like a bit of a bribe as well to make sure you get it done quickly. Okay. Thanks to all the staff who've worked so hard in putting this together, and to Mrs. Howard. Now, if any of the staff want to blame anyone for taking the mickey out of them up there, Mrs. Howard wrote it. We have some contracted out this year. And is it lovely to see Mrs. Howard back again? So, can we give our Year 6 staff and Mrs. Howard? And to the rest of the staff in the school who always show 100% commitment to our children in our school. This lot leaving, not yet. We've got a couple of children leaving this year as well. So Emma, where is she? Stand. So Emma's going to a new school in September. So can we turn up and say hi to Emma? But we'll see you later, yeah. Sit back. And Leo, but I don't think Leo's going to a new school as well in September as well. So when you see Leo today, what do we say to him? He gets a lovely vibe. He's expecting, he said as well, I'll get a party. So, why not? Exactly. Right, this is the bit that I have been dreading. Come on, Mrs. Pearson. Right, this is just going to put it up first. It's going to be so strange in September to come to school. Mrs. Pearson, and you have to go straight away. Useless. God, I was going to give you my words. Not coming back in September and having Mrs. Pearson bossing me about Mr. Craig. So instead of that, Bob, you've got all this to look forward to all of the time. You don't get weekdays away from her. I have got a time table. You've got a time table. Yeah, that's a good number one. Okay. Mrs. Pearson has been with us for decades. How many decades? Oh yeah, that sounds like awful. 60, 70 years. Nearly. As she was here as a parent, as a helper, and then as our wonderful member of staff in all of those years. You are going to be so missed by everyone. Not just these, all those people at the back over there. You're going to be missed by so much. But you know, it's just your kindness and things. Just that kindness you show. That's the thing with this course. That's my 100%. I know Mrs. Pearson's going to be busy as a fantastic grandma. Very, very, very busy. But we'd love you to pop in as much as you can and keep that lifetime. Absolutely, I know you're going to need those. So we've got quite a few things for Mrs. Pearson. I think she's got you're going to have to take a lorry form with all of these. So Mrs. Lloyd and Mrs. King. James, that's not for you. I gave it to James, but oh, yeah. That's for Mrs. Pearson. Come on, there you go, Mrs. Pearson. To say, but if I kept on going, it would take us to just go over and I'm going to talk about you later today, don't you worry. Alright? So back to our year sixes. You've just been amazing. From those of you who started in nursery, hands up. Reception, who started, hands up. Anyone year one? And Chester. Just you who started in nursery. Really amazing bunch of kids, so close to so close to each other. It's lovely that I'm right now where they get there. So many of you are in the same class as each other when you move up, but you're also brilliant. You'll make friends so easy. I've got no doubt about it that you just have this massive group of friends. So before everyone else leaves and we have our little surprise. Can we have our year sixes stand up? And let's give them another massive.
Make me grand exit. That is definitely a grand exit. Yeah, always for that. The pink guess what? When she's on the grass, guess what? Yes. Guess what? No purple.
You can try. Where's my mom? I'm here. She's not here. Let's take it for you, for your mom.
Let's drop all our stuff, bless them. I don't
Right, clear up. Where's the phone?
Everybody get out. Ready? Ready, steady, smile.
Everyone's head Danielle. Your primary school like on September.
You stand up to me.
Go on then. Come on. Get out the photo bomber.